It is the 19th day of the Israel-Hamas war, a conflict that has turned into a crippling humanitarian crisis for over 2 million people in Gaza. As Israeli forces carry on with a barrage of airstrikes on the region, Israel's response to Hamas's terror attack on October 7th has drawn flack from several quarters, including the United States and United Nations. However, after a heated exchange on Tuesday, UN Chief Antonio Guterres has clarified that he has condemned the Hamas attack as well, and not just Israel's military action.
I am shocked by the misrepresentations by some of my statement yesterday in the Security Council, as if I was justifying acts of terror by Hamas. This is false. It was the opposite. In the beginning of my intervention yesterday, I clearly stated, and I quote, "I have condemned unequivocally the horrifying and unprecedented 7 October acts of terror by Hamas in Israel. Nothing can justify the deliberate killing, injuring and kidnapping of civilians or the launching of rockets against civilian targets."
The clarification comes in the backdrop of the United Nations chief statement, which blamed Israel's history of occupation on Palestinian territories that triggered the Hamas attack on October 7th.
It is important to also recognize the attacks by Hamas did not happen in a vacuum. The Palestinian people have been subjected to 56 years of suffocating occupation. They have seen their land steadily devoured by settlements and plagued by violence, their economy stifled, their people displaced, and their homes demolished. Their hopes for a political solution to their plight have been vanishing. But the grievances of the Palestinian people cannot justify the appalling attacks by Hamas, and those appalling attacks cannot justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people.
However, this statement by Antonio Guterres drew flack from the Israeli camp demanding his resignation.
I think that the Secretary-General must resign, because from now on, every day that he is here in this building, unless he apologizes immediately, today we called him to apologize, there's no justification to the existence of this building. This building was established to prevent atrocities. How can the Secretary-General, with his words, justify in any way the terrible atrocities that happened to our civilians, innocent civilians?
In the backdrop of Israel butting heads with the United Nations chief over statements made on Israel's history of occupation, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said he was cancelling plans to visit Israel because of its a quote-unquote inhumane war against Hamas militants in Gaza. The Turkish president's decision comes on the heels of his statement referring to the Hamas as a liberation group.
Hamas bir terör örgütü değil, topraklarını ve vatandaşlarını koruma mücadelesi veren, evet, bir kurtuluş ve bir mücahitler grubu.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.